Grand Rising, good morning, and top of the day to you all. How are you? It is the weekend, so I hope those of you that are able to rest, you rest, and those of you who need rest, find the time to rest. So, what I'm coming to you all this morning for is because just like any other natural day, the Most High speaks to me in His own special way. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it just came out like that. Anywho, but he gave me a message this morning, and I kind of wanted to follow up and elaborate on my message because I put something in the community tab, but I put something was like just make a video and talk about what you need to say. So I am, and I want to start with so yes, there is the Bible in my hand in my lap, but I will admit I'm not a like an avid reader of the Bible, so I don't just sit and read the Bible all day long. Um, honestly, it's not my goal to sit there and memorize the Bible, to recite it, because I'm just not that type of person. I'm not a pastor, preacher, evangelist, or none of that. I'm just a messenger, through the Most High. So if I don't get something right, don't come for me, but you can correct me. Um, like I don't even know if the Bible I have is correct because in the original message it was a different name, but then when I went to my Bible it was the branch of Jesse or Jess, but I guess the name is supposed to be David because what I got was this scripture which was supposed to say, and there shall come from a rod out of the stem of David, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And when I saw that, because I think I have two different versions of the Bible. I have one on my phone, and then I have this one right here. And again, like I'm not an avid person in the Bible, so I'm not just I just picked up a Bible, okay. I mean, they're all rewritten in different ways, but they all kind of still have the same message, and it's really up to the reader to figure out what the message is and how it applies to them. And that's what I'm doing. Um, so with that being said, in this scripture, which is in Isaiah, um, what is it, chapter 11, verse 1, I guess it would be. But I ended up reading the entire little wop, like the whole little 11th chapter and then some. And I literally, I got a whole bunch of different stuff. First of all, I got that different parts of this Bible, or all of this Bible, talks about Africa and parts of India, which is also connected to Africa. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like, this obviously shows and proves to you where the Bible came from, where it was based off of, where it was based in. And people tend to just still ignore it and act like, oh no, it wasn't stolen. This person had it first and this person had no. The Bible came from, I believe it was tablets of the ancient the ancient Egyptians and things like that. So that's what I'm gonna go with because that's what makes sense, and it's in the Bible. And not just because I see Egypt in here, but like I said, I've been reading certain parts of the Bible that'll come to me that I'm supposed to read, and I just learn more and more about certain things. And it's like it makes sense why wars are going on. It makes sense why a lot of stuff is going on against certain people. And it's like, bro, I feel like people are still in their genocide mode and they're literally trying to erase something. But it's like, bro, the truth is already out, so just stop, right? So that was one message I got, was just like, there is something deeper going on in the world, and I think people need to pay attention. There's a lot going on right now. We're about to go into a shift of like a new shift of overseers, and I think people really need to like pay attention. I don't care about what you don't believe in, like you don't watch news, you don't watch politics. I don't care about none of that. Just look at stuff and listen, okay? Because no matter how much this government act like they just do what is best for their countries or their continents or whatever, they use this book right here. They go by things in this book right here. And each time that they do something in history, this book, either something is added or something is taken out, just like in the books in school. Something is either added in those history books or they are taken out. This is nothing more than a history book. But I don't think people see it that way, but that's fine. But the other message that I got from this scripture or from this chapter was that this chapter is talking about a chosen one or chosen beings. It's also talking about how God is coming back for his people. I believe his people of either Zion or Egypt. And as I read through it, I was like, you know what? I feel like that is happening right now, but it's not happening in the way where people think it's gonna happen. Like, I know that we all got the image of like God sending water through the earth and washing everything away and all of this and all of that. I believe that happened. But I don't think it's gonna come back like that. I don't think he's gonna come back like that. I think we're seeing how he's coming back, but people are just like they're fake noticing. Hold on, y'all. So I just feel like, yeah, he gonna come back to get his people and get his world, but I don't think it's gonna be in the way that people like really think so. But it's happening, and the chosen ones that he's picking, they're rising up no matter what people are trying to do, because he's got them placed all over the world. So it's not like these people that are in power really know, because a lot of us, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not even gonna go into detail because I don't want to be the McDonald's lady. Sorry, McDonald's lady, but you did it to yourself. Should have minded your business, I guess. But anywho, I don't want to talk about that either. But yeah, I wanted to say that I know I probably didn't like say it in like a well thought out mm, message, but if you do piece together what I'm trying to say, or just go read Isaiah chapter 11, like the whole entire chapter, you can kind of get what I'm trying to say. But that's what I interpretate from the chapter of Isaiah, chapter 11 of Isaiah, because it's just plain and simple. Maybe I have the plain and simple version of the Bible. That's probably what I need, but that's what I got, because it's literally what is happening right now, bro. Y'all cannot tell me. Go read Isaiah chapter 11 from start to finish, and you'll see that it's talking about how a chosen one is going to rise up from their family, from the roots of their family, which is basically the ancestors, and that finna do the Lord's work, because the Lord told him to do the work, and finna do the work. And then because in the message I got, it was David, but in this book it's like Jesse. So basically, dude supposed to do what God told him to do, because it says, look, and the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and the understanding, the spirit of counsel and the might, the spirit of knowledge, and all of the fear of the Lord. And of the fear of the Lord, that is a to me that describes a chosen one. To me that describes a soldier. There it goes. Of the Lord. Um Now again, I may be interpreting this wrong. I don't know, but that's what I felt at the moment. And I feel like that's how a lot of people interpreted the Bible, is how they feel at the moment. And then I got over here when it was like, you know, things that we feel aren't natural is really natural. It's what's supposed to happen. Basically saying that, oh, I don't really know what this type of saying, but it got down here. When we got down here and they started talking about how like, um, there we go. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from the Pathros and from the Cush and from the Elam and from the Shinar and from the Havith and from the islands of the sea. Now, to me, that just sounds like someone finna put an end to some stuff because they tired of seeing some. But again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just interpreting it wrong. But that's what I got, because literally, that is what's happening right now. I don't know how many people pay attention to the news or just like to get a glimpse of things. I mean, I'm not saying believe everything you hear, but know that there's a war going on. Two wars at that. You got the one over there, Palestinian, and you got the one in Ukraine. And I believe America has their hands in both, but I'm not sure. I know they got their hands in the Ukraine war, and they're talking about some more other stuff about that war because Russia been trying to infiltrate the United States for a long time, and yeah, but it's just a lot going on, and I feel like because we know that there's nothing new under the sun. I feel like if we don't pay attention, like history, an earlier part of history is going to repeat itself, and it's easy for history to repeat itself when people are ignorant of their history. And I'm not trying to call anyone stupid, dumb, whatever, but literally ignorance is just the act of not knowing something. And a lot of us do not know our history because it keeps getting washed away, keeps getting burnt away, keeps getting whatever away. It keeps disappearing, and then things keep distracting us from us trying to know the truth. And it's mighty funny how people are going insane about TikTok. Oh, they're gonna get rid of TikTok because people feel like that's how they're learning history, that's how they're learning themselves, and they're afraid. But if you were really learning, you would be pulling knowledge on how to learn from different parts of the world, from different sources of the world. So TikTok is not just your avenue. What y'all need to do is get back on the go back in libraries, because libraries still exist. Go back in libraries and start reading. Go find historians. Go to museums. That's what you do. There's plenty of ways. Hi, baby. You close the door. Thank you. There's plenty of ways to get knowledge besides a TikTok. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good day.